Yo, Bedro, Spooter man. Yeah, I just got back from the movie. Give me a sec. I need to get ready. Hey, Bedro, did you watch it? You hated it. What the fuck? I'm a you. I liked it. There are some decisions. I'm like those were questionable, but overall, I really liked the visuals. They have asked all asked. What the fuck? All right, Dan. This puberty. But I'm happy that like because I watched a lot of the trailers. I'm not usually the type to watch trailers, but I've seen all of the trailers and I'm happy like not a lot of the movie was spoiled because of the trailers. Yo, what a penguin. Welcome in, penguin. Oh, Atlas, where are you going? Hi. Hi. I am very tired though after the movie and the long day. You got employed. Ooh, hell yeah. Let's go. Congrats on the new job. Congrats on the new job, Penguin. That's big. Very happy for you. Yo, Christopher, welcome. Good to see you. What type of job is it, Penguin? Is it a software development job? That's huge. Your first job. Pen tester. Very good. So you're getting into security. Very good. Hell yeah. Red penetrator. Yeah, I mean, Penguin's going to be penetrating a lot of things. The heck, Atlas, where you go? Windows hack, yeah. Linux and networking, yeah. Good. And it's good that you'll be experimenting with Windows as well. Cat is always confused. Rakawa is like low key afraid of me. I don't know why. Whenever I enter the room, he's just like finding a way to escape. You got two VMs, Windows 10 and Windows 11. Are you running them on Hyper V, Penguin? Wait, how are you running the VMs? Is your main system Windows? VirtualBox. Okay, nice. Nice. VirtualBox, your main OS is Linux? Arch. Okay, then yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, VirtualBox can do it. Yo, Zeno, welcome in. Zeno, your stream was fun. Good first stream. After a long time, you're streaming, right? That's good. I hope you had a good time. Guys, follow Zeno. He's streaming now. And it's so creative. Like, his camera is a Game Boy webcam. Let me show you all. Where is it? Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, Game Boy webcam. This is so cool. How do you get it? Oh, wait. I guess you just capture the Game Boy camera through your R-Tink retro Tink. Neat. Love forever. I like your shelf. Never melt all the land. Are you asking Zeno? I think Zeno wants to get into like electronics tinkering, for more science and technology. But I'm just speaking on his behalf. He could answer better. Yeah, 3 to 4 folks, jump on, and 2 bots, so it was good. Hell yeah. Thinking of streaming after work today. Probably going to do some software dev tinkering. Yeah. Let's go. And Zeno has a lot of experience. He's been in the industry a while. So, like, you learn a lot. Mm, 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 mm. I'm waiting for Spider-Man to download. We have 6 minutes remaining. I wanted to do Golang today, but man, I'm super tired after the long day. I didn't get to nap either. Ubuntu on that box at the moment, fiddling with OBS and such. Nice. Oh yeah. Yo! What up, Nilponer? Chupapi right back at you. Bro, Bedro didn't like the movie. You don't have no need for spoilers, but what did you think of it, no? I liked it. It was good, yeah. And visually it was very nice. Like a lot of the main things weren't even spoiled by the trailers, which is good. Like the villain and some of the other appearances. My parents enjoyed the movie, but they're like some parts were slow. But like the slow parts, I feel were because they didn't have context. They don't know the emotional weight of like having everyone forget who he was. You watched Odyssey? Did you watch Odyssey in 70 mm? Is there a 70 mm IMAX in New York? Nice. How is that? Oh, not 70 mm. 63. Okay. Wait, there's 63 mm? Well, I guess you just watch it in like digital instead of the analog format. 10th Zeno follower, hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. My brother watched it in 70 mm IMAX in Montreal. But it's cool like how I saw a TikTok of how they introduce you.
You know what? What? I'm sick of you! I'm sick of you! I'm sick of
Yeah, this is how they introduce you.
Is this anybody's first time seeing a film in 70 millimeter? Can you raise your hand? Oh wow, quite a few of you guys. All right, round of applause for you guys. Let's go. All right, great job. Is this anybody's 10th or more time see a movie in 70 millimeter? Okay, wow.
10th or
All
more
right.
times. So there are people who've.
So, for those of you that are inexperienced or uninitiated, 70 millimeter is unlike your traditional movie-going experience. It's not presented to you in a digital format. It's using actual film, right? 70 millimeter film is a very, very rare style of presentation. We are one of approximately 40 theaters, not just in the United States, but in the entire world that has the capability to be able to play films in 70 millimeter. And with that being said, sometimes we get people from far-flung places that come here to watch movies here in 70 millimeter. Is there anybody here today joining us from outside the DFW area or outside the United States? Yes, ma'am. Where are you from? Arizona, okay. Houston, anybody else? Yes.
It's the analog, yeah.
Houston as well. Arkansas, anybody else?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, New York. Yes. Kansas City, Missouri or Kansas? Kansas, all right. Down here, Aero,
But the logistics of like
Australia. Oh.
managing this is tougher because you got to ship the.
All right, very cool stuff. Very cool
You
stuff.
watched Dunkirk in analog?
All right. So
Ooh.
this film I'm holding in my hand, this is what 70 millimeter film looks like. Okay. Specifically, what I have here is 24 frames of 70 millimeter film. This
is
right
1
here
second.
is actually equivalent to 1 second of your movie. Everybody say ooh. Everybody say ah. All right. So this is what 1 second of your movie looks like. Okay. If you were to stretch out the entire film from one end to another, it would be approximately 11 miles long. When it first
So, like, we were having a snack with my parents, and I bought over a friend as well to watch it with. And my dad was talking about how when he was young, I just dropped the camera. My dad was telling me when he was young, when a movie was out in cinema, he like the trend was you wanted to watch the movie as soon as possible, ideally on release day, because on the later days the film would wear out, right? And there will be like parts of the film that break, and whatever parts that break, they they pretty much like trim that off. So like people who watch it later get parts of the aren't able to watch the full movie in its full length because there are parts that are cut off, and then they would like go to the desk to ask for like the trimmed off parts, and they'll be able to see those scenes on the film. That's how they catch up with the missed parts. It was funny.
arrived here, before we assembled it, casings and additional.
NSD is older than films. Is he here? I don't think he's here.
800 pounds. Okay, so it's a lot of film that we're dealing with up there. Okay, like I said, this film gets fed into the projector at a rate of 24.
Oh,
frames
Spider-Man's ready.
and then it gets projected onto this big, beautiful screen you see right in front of you here. This screen is 5 stories tall by 7 stories wide, making it one of the largest IMAX screens in the state of Texas. One of the best ways to view this film. Okay, so because it's not a digital presentation and because it's an analog presentation, okay, you're going to get a better quality picture than you would with digital. If you ever see a movie in digital, if you get close enough to the screen, you'll actually see little pixels on the screen, right? But with 70 millimeter, you don't get that. No matter if you're sitting in the front row or in the back row, you're going to get the same clear, crisp, beautiful picture all throughout. Okay, so that's how we get the picture. The sound comes to us via a set of speakers that are located behind the screen. The screen itself actually has a bunch of tiny micro perforations that allow the sound to come to you, approximately 20 per square inch.
Oh.
In addition to the speakers behind the screen, there's also 2 massive speakers.
Yo!
in the corner of the auditorium.
Harish, welcome. Good to see you. How was Watch Dogs? I was lurking for a bit after I watched the movie. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in Dragon Drancer. How are you? Hell yeah, welcome Harish. Guys, Harish is good vibes. Harish is also part of Arun's community. And when she plays like games, she blasts like Tamil music casually and it's a vibe. I think the only person that that I know that like just casually games with having Tamil music in the background. Yo, welcome 2019 Lake and Dragon Dancer. Welcome in again. You have a good stream. It should be super late for you, right? WADHD. I just came back from watching Spider-Man, and I had a good time. But we're talking about Odyssey and the 70mm experience. My little brother got to watch it, and Spider-Man was good. Was good, bro. Wait, I'll get to that. We'll watch the rest of the video, but they did an advertisement. No, I think Sony partnered up with some Tamil artists in India. And there was an official Tamil Spider-Man song. I don't know if I can play it without getting DMCA'd though. Yeah, the marketing was crazy. All right, one sec. Let's finish this.
Those are there for your surround sound. So
a train built out.
Hearing your movie tonight will not be a problem. I promise you that. Okay. Just to give you a frame of reference.
Yeah, the marketing was crazy.
The sound in this auditorium can get when we played The Dark Knight Rises in 70mm, the light bulbs in all of those sockets up there.
Wait, what the heck?
Screwed to the point where when we turned on the lights at the end of the show, they would not come on. So the bass was able to do that. Luckily, that doesn't happen anymore. We've since fixed that problem. Okay, so that's how we get the picture. That's how we get the sound. Now, because this is an analog presentation, not digital, we got to have a human touch, somebody that puts it all together for you. Okay. That person's name is Jennifer. She'll be your projectionist tonight. She's actually standing right there up at the window. Everybody say hi to Jennifer. Truth be told, that is a soundproof window, so she did not hear you whatsoever. All right. So that is Jennifer. That's your projectionist. Last couple things we got to go over, just some general housekeeping things. For those of you that have never been here before, nearest restroom is going to be across the lobby, down the hall, and on the right, okay? And then after your movie, do you guys know what you're gonna get? A Cinemark survey, woo! But no, seriously, guys, for those of you that are Movie Rewards members, if you could fill out that survey, we'd really, really appreciate it. So that way we know you love coming here for 70mm and you want to see more of it, okay? All right, with that, I have a couple more minutes. I believe I can take 3 questions from the audience about 70mm or just anything in general. Anybody want to ask a question or anything? Is this anybody's first time seeing a film in 70mm?
I don't know if I'll probably get DMCA'd because I'm live on YouTube, but there's a whole like Tamil song. And it's official, like a brand new day thingy. All right. Let's play Spider-Man. It's ready. Game Spider-Man remastered. Not remastered, Spider-Man. Marvel's Spider-Man. I got 1 hour of juice in me. We'll play a bit of it and then we can continue another day. Should have been extra. Why they didn't measure the film size in inches? What the heck is a millimeter? Isn't IMAX American though? Let's see. IMAX. It's Canadian. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't sound like Freedom Unit. History. Multi-Screen Corporation. A machine shop worker from Brisbane. Do not continuously flow the film in front of the bulb, but instead stutter the film, so each frame can be illuminated in a momentarily paused still image. The older technology of running 70mm film vertically through the projector used only 5 sprocket perforations, while the IMAX method used 15 perforations. The first IMAX film was demonstrated in Japan. The first permanent IMAX installation was in Toronto, north of Superior. Neat. Yeah, he was a Canadian filmmaker. Actor selection was meh. Ooh. But like they got a lot of big names. Old Troy? Is there a movie called Troy? Troy movie. Oh. What the heck, Brad Pitt? Sean Bean. Brian Cox. All right. Gaming time. Yeah, it'll be a while before I play. I'm gonna put Black Flag in the back seat. A moment. In the back seat for a bit. We can return to it whenever I'm in the mood. I don't want to rush it. Yeah, game detour. But with and also what's that game? Don't lie into you. I'm gonna go. No. It's installed. I will go back. I like it. I liked it. But I like more of the ship battling than the being the assassin part. More. Just like Silk Song. I'm gonna get back to Silk Song as well. Just need more time on my hand. It'll happen though. Okay, settings. Yes. Not exclusive. I guess full screen is not exclusive. DLSS, yes. Dynamic. Okay. Frame gen, no need. All right. And that. The ship stuff, yeah. Right. Oh yeah. Okay, why is it like doing that? Guys hear the sound? Nice. Sorry, Abu. No worries. I had to make it clear that I'm not a good dev. I'm just I'm learning, right? My domain of work is programming. Is cybersecurity, not programming, and I'm just doing it for fun and learning. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just thought it was funny how you rage quit. How are you? I mean, grass. What you've been up to? This for context. Like my solution did work in the end, but I had to look at other people's solutions after. And instead of doing key +1, they did rank -1, and they didn't have a second for loop to go through it, which is like much more efficient. And music is so loud. Okay. Much more efficient. And then I meet grass is like, why are you doing? You can. I'm not playing songs right now though. You can. I'm not playing songs while playing the game. Or should I? Feel like I want to listen to the game music instead. And then I meet grass was so confused as to why I was doing key +1, and he was like, the first no, this is the worst code I've ever seen in my life. And then he couldn't take it anymore and he peaced out. It's okay, all good, man. Super resolution, no frame gen. Missed that out. No. When it comes to talking like cybersec and like what I do in information security, I can speak to that stuff confidently. When it comes to programming, I'm learning more from my chat than the other way around, because it's just not. How do I start a new game? Can I delete this? Oh, delete profile. New game. Your code is bad and you should feel bad. I'm just happy that I was able to solve it. And that I'm learning the Golang syntax in the process. So many things I want to do, so little time. Amazing. Wait, which one? Friendly neighborhood is too friendly. Friendly, amazing, and spectacular. Amazing is fine. Yes, we need subtitles. You think we'd be learning anything? Well, that's like the whole point of why I am doing this as well, is because most of my day, like, I'm not producing code, right? I'm doing tool calling and security triage. There's a lot of human in the loop as well. And I am like during the day like heavy LLM use. But this is also with 9 years of doing this stuff and then getting AI to assist with things. But there's a lot of sentiment, especially amongst younger devs and new grads, about, and I where their mentality is like, is it really worth learning, right? If a lot of this is going to be automated away, it feels easier to replace security engineering than it is to product engineering. Quite opposite. Yeah, like Nirvana said, maybe like smaller focus tasks more focused tasks can be replaced, but security is a very, very broad domain. Very, very broad domain. Right? And I will agree that there are some roles within security, like L1 analysts. Right now, I feel like a lot of L1 analysts, and when I was an L1 analyst, a lot of the tasks I had to do was just look at the dashboard for like 8 hours of my shift. Maybe make some alerting rules at the command of like the higher ups, but that's also to prepare me for more security engineering tasks. And right now, a lot of those tasks I'm automating away with AI. I would still rather prefer to have a team to do it with, because then when I leave, there'll be someone who learns the environment and can take the reins. Thought it was a safer alternative. Atlas, what is going on? No. I don't know. I'm seeing the opposite. We need security people. And security is not just about maintaining code. It's also about like maintaining uptime, having an understanding of infrastructure, of networking. And even if those tasks get automated away, right? Compliance requirements just require that you have staff hired and available 24/7 to support. So if you just don't show like that you have the manpower, you're gonna get fined. You gotta take. Okay, that's it. Let's start. Anyways, more supply. Yeah, machines. Yeah, like I'm seeing more requirements for people going into security with all of these issues that's been happening. And LLMs have been empowering people to one moment, let me pause. LLMs have been empowering like threat actors as well, right? They're using it to reverse engineer things, and then now a lot of companies are not willing to pay bug bounties because they're just being overwhelmed. And they can't tell the difference between like what's a valid bug bounty submission and what's not valid. We'll see. And it's really expensive, like to use LLMs. A lot of like my chat's mostly American and Europeans. Yo, Lynn, welcome. American and Europeans, and you know they're working with companies that have the budgets to shove, completely relying on AI down the throats. Whereas the MSPs that I work with in India, in Sri Lanka, they are behind because they don't have access to the subscriptions, or like the companies are not going to spend the money on the enterprise plans for it. Some of them are paying out of pocket for the $20 plan just so that they can like at least get a taste of what they can do with if you give that person's paycheck towards AI cost for the second dev. Someone's got to verify and check, right? Like you'd have to put a lot of time into verifying, because you tell me, are you getting the result you need in one shot? Like you ask the AI to do one thing, right? You're not you're not doing positive, negative, like reinforcement. You ask it to do one thing, right? Or you could even spend like 10 minutes putting into a very well thought out spec, right? And in one shot, does it give you the result you want? Or do you have to put time into repeated calls until you get something that works, right? And now, say you're a software engineer, you're using it to do software engineering, like to produce a tool that does something that satisfies a business use case. Because you're producing code that you personally don't understand, right? But it works. The code works. It does what you want it to do. There is a lot of tech that you're producing at the same time because you don't know, like you fully gave into the vibes, right? You didn't put time into understanding what's being produced. You don't have the context in your head, right? Say there's a moment where you're hit with rate limits, or the U.S. government comes in and says, okay, this model's is too risky for the public to use, so we're going to close it off and put some regulations or wait until the company gets your shit together. Now you lose access to that model, right? Now you're left with having to deal with that tech debt. You don't know where to go, where exactly to go to make the fix you want, because you didn't produce those individual lines. Whereas when you deal with someone that produced that code, like a SWE that produced the code, the issue happens. You describe the issue to him or to them, and they'll immediately kind of know, like, okay, my code works this way. I would know exactly why do you need to do, you pass it to AI to tell you, okay, what if you don't have access to the AI? But the AI just goes away from you, right? If you fully vibed it, you're producing tech debt. I mean, like, it gets the job done, right? In the end, like if a business analyst wants to make their tool with Power Automate, they can do it. What if all the people who know the code base leave your company, someone has to sit down and learn? Yeah, that happens too. And that's you need to mitigate that risk by making sure that there will be someone to fail over to. I think the mentality I have is I'm a doomsday prepper, right? Like risk management is my bread and butter. As suddenly being gone, so you see no downside to it. I'm not saying this suddenly being gone, right? But you're relying on one model to do something. Okay, there are people who are telling who vibe coded apps from 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and management is telling them to rewrite the apps because the newer models can do it better. Anybody and their mom knows that this is the direction the industry is going down. Okay, but anyways, back to the root of the argument. Is it worth learning things? And I think it is. if you're in security, it is very, very much worth learning like what's happening. Yeah. If your mentality is like you want to learn things that's going to make you money, then I understand, right? You don't want to waste time um learning something that would possibly not give you a return, right? But and you don't know what the state of the market's going to look like in a couple of years, and you're feeling like, okay, this job might not exist in like 2 years time, and I'm not going to be able to make money off of it. Then I understand. I can see where you're coming from. I learned for fun. I got into the security game not because I learned, not because I wanted to make money off of it. I enjoyed hacking my PSP when I was a kid, jailbreaking it, going through the latest exploits, trying to see how I can get root access, install. Makes no sense today. Okay, but like, why though? Why do you think it makes no sense, Len? There's so much fun and joy to be able to like learn how to code and solve problems and use your brain. And hated that everyone just larps for the money and is saying this. Because and I've enjoyed installing Linux on my Windows XP stopped getting security updates. And I still wanted to use my computer. I didn't know Linux at all, but from the research that I did, I learned that I can revive the system and put it to good use by installing Linux. I didn't know what I was doing with it. Like I didn't when I wanted to install a new browser or Steam. I didn't know that like okay, sudo apt install Firefox. I didn't know what each of those keywords meant, but I would copy and paste them. And in the process, I learned and I enjoyed the journey, right? But from a business point of view, programming makes no sense. Learning how to design architecture and having AI to do it for you will just be the new norm. Mm, I don't know. I still then why are companies like Anthropic and OpenAI still hiring software engineers? Why do they still need software engineers? And then there are people who are building the LLMs themselves. They need to know how to build this stuff. There is a lot of work to learning. I don't know. I don't know. These are just they're math scientists. But don't they need to know how to program, how to build these things? Like it's not running on pure math, right? You also need to know how to build the hardware, how to run the hardware, how to keep the hardware running, how to maintain an uptime of 24/7. Is AI doing all of that? Right? Like I think about my company. I don't think an LLM can do like what our team. Sure, our team is small and we do use AI. We are not fully vibe coding because the way that our architecture is set up is just not something a 1 million context limit can handle. But when it comes to like tiny little modules, they are using AI. It's helpful, but they're not like, here, take access to my repo. I want this feature. I'm not going to look at the code that builds this feature, and then make a AI assisted PR. They're not doing that, and they're not willing to do that because they've seen the output of the LLM. Yo, welcome, Fallen. And we have just ask the robot to slop like anyone else. I'm thinking about my company. I just don't see how like AI can replace all of these roles. We have an on-prem firewall that someone needs to maintain, right? And we need a network engineer for that. Um, the on-prem firewall has a VPN connectivity to um, Oracle Cloud and GCP. We are using the guy who has the networking knowledge to collaborate with the cloud guy so that he can set up those VPN tunnels. And then now we also need to do stock exchange trading, and we have to interact with the country's the central stock exchange, right? The central stock exchange requires that you connect to them directly, and for that you need to set up a dedicated line via the ISP. So you have to call up your ISP and tell them, hey, stock exchange and us want a direct dedicated fiber between our OCI instance on like our OCI machine on your or our VM is on a dedicated server. We want a fiber line between that dedicated server and the stock exchange, right? And we need to have a IPsec over forgot the name of see I don't have it all in my head because the network guy was dealing with it. Um, a very specialized method of encapsulation to set up that tunnel between you're speaking pure programming. Someone needs to have the knowledge of what they want to look like, but instead of 5 engineers, you can have 2 with AI. But you still need the people, right? It's not like the AI is going to completely take over. And even if it were true, right? The workforce is going to reduce. Companies are going to hire less and keep instead of 5 engineers, they'll take 2 people. Well, let's take the other path where AI is supposed to empower more people to build more, and there's going to be a world of abundance. I think people who know their shit, who know how to program, who know how to build stuff, who know how to run code on infrastructure cheaply without having to pay, I think they will outpace those who don't have the domain knowledge, and they can build their own businesses. They can build economic opportunities for themselves. Going back to what Neil said, it's just a tool. It's a microwave for food. A lot of people will use it for the convenience. Some people still want things that are nice. And everyone is jobless. No one is buying your shit. Don't think the fight is fair anymore. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. For me, this is just all like a mental experiment. I don't have like any final opinions, right? And the other take that I had like a couple months ago was us software engineers were always in this privileged position where we were able to like sit on a desk or like sit at home and make a lot of money doing what we do and live like decently privileged lives when there are people who did a lot more laborious work and didn't get paid. Um, um, paid the man. I'm so tired and slow today. Yeah. So a lot of like hard labor had been automated away by machines as well. I mean, that's just like saying getting rid of the McDonald's people who take your order for the screen order. There still needs to be one person just in case. The rest found other jobs. I don't know. We'll see. I'm under the impression if you think this will go any other way, you have some oil to sell me. What's the oil? We'll see. And say you're talking about the two people building being able to build. Okay, we're going to go a little Marxist, right? Because I've read Marxist theory. If you're a capitalist and you're building a business, right, you're always going to have to scale to survive, or someone else is going to take over, right? You're going to have to reinvest money. You're going to have to scale. You're going to have to reduce costs and make more revenue, or someone else is going to take over. And that's just the nature of the game. It's ruthless, right? If you're someone that just uses AI to build your MVP, your prototype, and in the end, it works well enough, and now you're running it on um on the cloud, like maybe Google Cloud or AWS, or let's say Replit, you're using Replit and you're paying the monthly fees to these platforms to run the code, and you're just the product guy. All you do is prompt, you get the business case met, and now you have customers coming your way. What do you think the world will be like? So I think that AI has a big part to play. I'm not like, I argue with myself, like I can't shut my mind up, and I don't have any final opinions. I feel like I'm still like figuring it out. I'm always like arguing with myself. And I do like your is AI will save us. That is also like one of my takes, is like I I am an MBA holder, so I studied business. I've been in and out of capitalism, right? And I can be a good capitalist if I want, but I also like reading Marxist literature. Um, and part of like Marxist literature, it kind of like states out, like, you know, how we started off with feudalism, and then there was slavery, and now we have like capitalism. Um, and from my interpretation is to reach like a state where everyone's equal, right? These things kind of need to happen. And for humans to progress, you kind of need like insane capitalism to build the tools that you need to reach that utopia where these things kind of need to happen. Yeah, that's just kind of like the gist of like how I see it. Like right now, what we're seeing is cap like business owners hire labor. They use this labor to automate away their own jobs, right? Or they make machines. Then they buy these machines so that they can get this labor for cheaper, right? But hopefully we reach, and it's costing it like we are getting pain in the process, right? There's poverty, but from my interpretation of like Marxist literature is that this needs to happen so that people really feel the pain, and there will be like a global unity of workers, of laborers who revolt against the stop it, Atlas. And right now it's not happening on a global scale, right? It's only happening in certain regions where workers are needed. You'd have to assume that's no, I think people still want to work. People like working, right? We do want to express ourselves. We just don't like it when um uh you work so much but the reward of your labor is being reaped away by um capital owners. You can take into account Steam. Steam is not public. A lot of their staff is like, it's a very flat structure, and a lot of the staff do enjoy working there. And I'm so slow today. I don't think we're going to be playing Spider-Man at all. Yeah, we're not. But Steam is if I were to start a company, I would want to follow like how Steam runs things, right? And they get paid very well. You're rapping to the choir? Okay. I didn't believe people would you could still work on any passion, but if you have workers that aren't needed, they would be reason to pay for anything. Yeah. The moneyless society thing. We'll see. I don't know how it'll work. It's just like a blur in my head, but this is the type of world I envision. We'd be working on things that we want to work on. We'd be working on things that we want to work on. We'd be self-expressing. Because people still want to see the art. Yo, Arun, welcome in. It's hard to imagine. You'd never imagine myself. Trust. It's easier than it sounds to differentiate as a company based on actually valuing your company. When AI can do everything from mining to materials, building farming tools, harvesting, stocking supermarket, why would you have to pay for the food? Ideally, we do get to an what if we miss a lot of but right now we're on the topic of like, what would I think the future would look like, right? And if you want a quick recap of someone who I think I'm like, if I could execute things well, I believe I can be good at capitalism, the game of capitalism, of like building a business and exploiting people. I think I can do that pretty well. But I'm also someone who enjoys reading like, Marxist literature. And from my interpretation of the text, right, we've gone from like feudalism, slavery, and now we've got whatever system we have now, capitalism. And from my interpretation of the text, everyone's got their own interpretation. It's like these things kind of need to happen for us to reach, and late stage capitalism needs to happen for us to reach a state where like globally workers, first we need automation to happen so that workers feel the pain of like losing their ability to casually, welcome in Crescent Moon and Star, casually drop in the star sector of communism haunts Europe. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And mind you, I'm very tired. I'm not very articulate today. A very long day. I'm just like throwing my mind out, vomiting my mind out. Um, we need these things to happen. Uh, we need the exploitation to happen. Workers being exploited by um, the owners of their business, the owners automating their job away, workers feeling the pain, them getting paid less, or them losing a job, and then their living conditions not being able to fund their living conditions. And it needs to happen on a global level. This will provide like the empathy, like how do I say it? A common empathy on a global scale that would allow for the workers to revolt and bring the change we need to see for if we still need work, right? Workers seizing the means of production if like we don't have the tools yet. Or if we have the tools, a public ownership of these tools so that the public can benefit from the products of these tools. And ideally, we reach a world where people will do what they want to do. And that's just for extra income, and all their basic needs would be met, like housing, food, education, healthcare. So yeah, that's how it's in my head, and I don't know it all. I'm figuring it out. My mind can't shut up. I spend all day arguing with myself, so I don't have a final opinion, and I don't believe right what my view of the world is like the right view, or my vision of the end would be the right view, but it's like what I have pictured. And we finally start the game.
All units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
If labor free, supply chains would not become free by themselves. Nice. And pick another bro. Bro, my head hurts. We'll do a bit of web swinging in the intro and then I'll call it. Let's start the most deep topics when I'm like half sleep deprived.
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units stand by.
I'm like kind of proud of how like, I mean, I don't know, like how I'm proud of myself for how I approach these things. Although like my thoughts aren't coming out very articulately. I don't know how to word why I am proud of myself, but I'm just happy that like I can at least put them into words. I guess maybe if some people like kind of understand why bro, what an intro. Why I feel the way that I do, or like picture things the way I do. While holding, press X to jump and gain speed.
Captain Watanabe.
Did you take him down yet?
No, we're at Fifth Tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
Just ask the robots of reverse, bruh.
You know how his lawyers are. This one needs to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years for this.
Bruh.
You really want to help? Head to
So
Times
wait, while
Square.
swinging.
Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
Good night, Lynn.
You
Thanks for
got it.
coming by.
Almost there.
Appreciate you. Have a good night. Yeah. This game's running well on my system. 60 FPS. Oh yeah. But I saw some of the animations in Spider-Man 2 and I can't wait to get there.
Yes.
I like this like wall running thing.
Personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise. Better wrap this up quick and get to my real job. Looks like you're
Yes, Arun.
cavalry.
I hope you had a good stream. Sorry, I wasn't able to like be around. I was watching. I was out with the family and we watched the Spider-Man movie. You bought a domain, nice. When you reinstall it, you got 10 minutes past where you're at, bruh. Where you're done. You haven't continued after Zeno. You were in the stream. Oh yeah, I jumped in and out, but I wasn't like there the whole time. Arun.ai. I need help setting up cluster for 4Heho and website and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, one sec. Let me give you my compose. Oh, but the thing is, my compose is like. Well, I'll just walk you through it. LL, CD, Docker, 4Heho. Yeah, okay. But bro, it's not that like you have the compose 4Heho service with the 4Heho image, name the container. These are just other options, like if you want to harden it, drop root privileges, blah blah blah, drop capacities, and then manually add those capacities. Restart unless stopped. So if like the container crashes, it restarts unless you ask Docker to stop it. These are like resource limits, so I gave it a limit of half a GB of RAM, this PID, right? Then I put it on the default network and on the traffic network that does the domain routing. So like git.4heho traffic checks for the subdomain and then routes it to this container. Then I mount the volume, the data volume, and then it gets the time zone from the system. Okay. And then environment variables here. If you want to add a custom SMTP server, right now it's resend with the API key. No worries. Can we do this live? I don't know if Arun wants to leak the details of like what he's working on. Would be fun. And then this is a runner image because I have 4Heho runner to do CI/CD with another container, all in one compose file. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You have to go soon anyways. No worries. I mean, I pretty much just ran over like how quickly is just one compose that does it all. I'm up for it. I mean, grass. It's just is Arun okay with it? And I don't know if he wants to leak the details of what he's working on. Want to do it on Hetzner? Yeah, Hetzner's good. I like it. It's just that I migrated off of it because of they raised $10 on me. Their console is super like intuitive. You don't like it? Why? I used to be on Contabo, and Contabo oversells their VPS.
Morning, guys.
So you
Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
spider sensor shot flash, okay, and then how do I dodge? Or circle to dodge.
Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today. Next cup.
How much data I could collect? Oh, okay, yeah, but I don't care about the.
This doesn't look good.
Somebody just shoot him!
There's a lot of guys.
Not a big deal to me. I'm not putting my life story on Hetzner.
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him. Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening?
Being collector, you know, nothing to hide. I do have things to hide.
Yuri!
The things I have to hide are on more secure platforms.
I knew Fisk wouldn't go quietly.
If I want to host a Minecraft server, I'm going to put it on Hetzner. Last time you try, you're never trying again. Alright. Atlas.
Get more backup. And lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Yuri.
Do your thing.
Seize the day, Willie.
Isn't Yuri like girl on girl action anime,
Hey, where you
the
going?
hentai? You like Digital Ocean, Simple AI, reasonable prices?
I'll clear a path.
Bruh.
Follow me.
I used to use Digital Ocean, but for the use case, like my most recent use case, I had it on Hetzner, right? I needed a 12 GB system. Oh wait, these are cops. Why am I hurting the cops? But anyways, now everything's on my Montreal server. My own.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got this, buddy. Oh, thanks for the confidence boost, guys. You got insurance.
1 second. You know anything about Hetzner?
I guess this is what they call a hostile
Just
workplace.
like any other VPS platform. Bruh, I think I'm too tired. My reaction time is like dead.
Get back down here. You understand what private property means?
Use focus to heal. How do I use it? Oh, down. Fisk Tower. Wait, is Fisk a boss
Those shooters out.
in the first game?
Keep them on the ground or we don't stand a chance. Enough talk.
Bro, has Fisk always been kind of modeled by after Trump? Because this whole Fisk Tower is like echoing
I think that's all.
super Trump vibes. And it's I can spoil Born Again at this point, but man, the parallels in Born Again and what's happening with like ICE in the US is just like, bro,
Come on, come on.
you guys are holding up a mirror.
They shut the elevators down. Take the stairs. I prefer a more direct approach.
Kitty leaned back so hard in the head cuddles onto his back, and then you're like, fuck it, this works, but you are right.
Spider-Man, status.
Heading to the upper floors and hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
Our choppers are taking fire. Looks
Very
like
cute.
Fisk has armed men on every floor.
He's desperate.
Wall
And he's
run.
hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
Not yet.
Oh wait, Fisk
Just
is the
picked up
first
Chapel.
boss.
They're wiping all their data servers. We need that evidence if we want to put him away for good.
Okay, server room it is. Call from May. Better answer.
On to me.
Hi, Aunt May.
What is all that noise?
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Well, okay.
I gotta go.
Love you.
Love you too.
Next floor up.
That's my
Spider-Man. It's the end for you. Okay, just made a big mistake. Don't let him hit you. Lock them in. Hold him so he can't jump around.
How exactly do you think this ends well for you?
You're gonna have a bad day. What are we supposed to do against that? That's gonna
Take a break. On to the next one.
regret that.
It's funny, like,
Regret your life choices yet?
I don't think a lot of what we talked about is controversial. It's just hard topics to talk about, right? But it's funny because
Gotta find
I
a
have the
server
same
room for this
conversations, like the back and forth that I'm having with chat, and then you guys are like, pushing back, and then I'm like thinking, taking it into account. Does it ring true? Does it not? And then I'm pushing back with my own take. It's like I do the same with myself, but in my head. But this time I'm putting it into actual words. And man, it takes a lot out of me when you're actually like articulating it.
If I go in this way, they'll destroy all the evidence. I should
Can.
look for a sneaky way in.
I see. Okay.
There we go. Huh. It's like my own private ventrance.
Sure.
Fisk may be a dirty criminal, but he has remarkably clean air vents.
Hurry up. The boss wants everything erased. Can't make it delete any faster.
When to take down.
Is this tech support? I forgot my password.
Spider-Man! Don't let him near the console! Hold him back!
Warning. Full deletion imminent.
Fuck me.
Darling, the system's still purging.
I thought the IT guys at my last job were rude.
Gotta access that console before everything's gone. Let's see just how good their security is. Aw, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
Hiding in the server. Cowardly. Even for you.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
But the Daredevil, like the MCU Fisk, is the best representation. Like
But that's
Vincent
part of my charm, isn't it?
D'Onofrio. I can't imagine Fisk being looking like anything else.
Get that door down now! Get past him. Destroy everything. Look around you. I did this. What have you ever done that mattered?
Well, there was that time I took down a pompous, overstuffed crime lord before breakfast.
Without me, the scum I kept in check will run rampant. And it'll be your fault.
Want to try our Watchdog series? We
Long
can.
tough road, Fisk. Almost sad to see it end.
I played Watch Dogs 1.
Ready for the main event.
Harish, that just raided in Penguin, she's playing Watch Dogs 2.
Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it. Fisk could
What
have the
made
whole
you
place
think of
wide
that?
open. I'm sitting in a bomb unit.
Have you
Make
been
sure no
watching
one gets
others
in
play
your
or have you been playing?
Kill him, or the boss will kill us. I hate this guy.
Oh my god, I'm so slow. Okay. I kind of want to call it. I'm
That's all of them.
running on fumes.
It's clear. Move up.
Hey guys, I guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan? Sounds like they're trapped.
You go after them. We'll look for the bombs.
All right. It's manual save here. We'll play another day. Hopefully tomorrow. And hopefully I do coding tomorrow, which I haven't done in a while. So thank you all for showing. I'm sorry for, I don't know, maybe you guys enjoyed it. I can't tell. We're gonna raid Defy All. He's doing a chaotic, cozy game debathon for 72 hours. It'll be fun. We'll raid him. Thank you for hanging. Vote for El Clonk. I want to do Clonk again. That Clonk is usually frequently live during this time, so I'll get the chance to raid him again. But Defias is a good friend of mine, right? So, and he's never usually live at this time, and he's doing this event. I want to support him. And Defias is, because of Defias, I was able to get into this category, right? He was one of the first few people to raid me, and he bought in chatters like Nightshade Dude, Code Girl, Nil Pointer, blah blah blah. They've discovered me because of a Defias raid, and his raid kind of helped contribute to this whatever joy and success I feel from streaming in this channel. Diffusal, yeah. Good night, Versimile Dude. Thanks for hanging. We'll raid Defias. What do we want to say to Defias? You guys have an idea of what we gotta say?